going on, MMA fans? MMA Professor here to do my UFC 103 aftermath video. Directly afterwards, I also was celebrating my birthday because I didn't get to the week before because I was cutting weight for a jiu-jitsu tournament. So let's just get into it. First fight of the night, I'm just going to go straight off a share dog. First fight of the night, Rafael Dos Anjos, Rob Emerson. This match, let's be honest, Dos Anjos throwing an inside leg kick, Emerson doing nothing about it. That's all this match was. Inside leg kick, fake a left. And I'm a lefty. I'm a southpaw, so inside leg kick. If Emerson's not going to block it, keep throwing it. Emerson loses a decision. Vladimir Matyushenko, Igor Pakrovich, Mike Miodred, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce his name. Pakrovich. Quick. And then disguise the fact that I can't say it. Matyushenko wins by unanimous decision. Elliot Marshall, Jason Brills. Marshall wins. Split decision, 30-27. Rick Story wins by arm triangle. Pretty good fight. Not that technical. That's the one we saw. Nick Lentz, Rafael Oliveira. Nick Lentz wins a unanimous decision. Jim Miller, Steve Lopez. Miller destroying Lopez into the second round. Lopez throws something left straight or left hook or something and completely pops out his shoulder. Very clear that Lopez has had that before. Had he not had a dislocated shoulder before, he'd be writhing on the ground in pain. Dislocated shoulders, the most painful is the first one. Then afterwards, it gets less and less painful and more common. Don't ask me how I know that. I just do. It didn't look like he was that hurt. He just knew it was popped out, and he was done. So he gave up. So Miller was going to win that fight anyways. Thomas Duvall, Drew McFadderys came out throwing bombs. Both guys looked tired at the end of the first. Duvall won the first round. Just better boxing. Gets him out. Takes the back. Secures. Yeah. Rear naked choke. Second round. McFadderys, yeah, nothing much to say about that one. Efren Escudero, Cole Miller, wow. Surprised me. Efren had better boxing than I thought he would. Came out. Miller, just caught him with a straight right. Followed him at the ground, caught him with a hammer fist, finished him off. Miller was out. Can't say much about it. Dyson Griffin, Hermes Franca. Hermes Franca looked way out of shape. He looked tubby in this fight, just horrible. And his big, fat, purple mushroom looking haircut did nothing for him. Griffin won the first round, more technical boxing, landing leg kicks. Franca looked just stone, like he wasn't defending he wasn't countering. So I don't know what his game plan was, but he came out in the second round, looked fairly, like he was going for, like he knew he wasn't going to win, but he was going to try and get the fight of the night. So just winging wild punches, like he's trying to clothesline him, and just weird. And Tyson caught him with a straight right and finished him on the ground with some punches. It happens. Koscheck, Frank Trigg. Yeah, a lot of straight right stoppages in this one. Straight right, caught him, went to the ground, Trigg turtled up. Late stoppage, from what I saw, with Koscheck just grabbing around his head and just blasting him with right hands. I'm pretty animated in this video, but just blasting with right hands, and Trigg was out, and yeah. Paul Daly, Martin Kampman. I picked Kampman in this one, and I saw from the minute he came up, from the second he came out. Oh, Chase is calling me. Hey, what's up, Chase? I'm doing my aftermath video right now. Yeah, kinda. I was going over the Martin Kampman Paul Daly horrific fight. Well, it was horrific for Kampman because he came in with apparently a terrible strategy for that fight. No, you're not in speaker. My camera's still rolling, but I can cut out whatever I want, or I can leave it in. Or you can talk about the Campman Daly fight with me. I could put it on speaker, and then you can call me back. Hold on a second. Okay, you're on speaker now.
Alright, that's awesome. Technology is such a sweet thing.
Technology is pretty awesome. So the Martin Kampman Paul Daly, I already went over the prelims, and we're up to the Martin Kampman Paul Daly fight. How bad was the strategy for Kampman?
Well, I think the biggest issue was that, from what I saw, is that he allowed Daly to set his feet. You cannot allow a guy like that, especially as powerful as he is, to set his feet. There was no leg kicks whatsoever to try to, make Daly kind of reset in the pocket. And the shots were just terrible. I mean, he could have done a lot better job. I don't know if it just was he didn't have enough time to game plan Daly, but that was a really, really bad showing on his part. I was really surprised.
Well, I saw Kampman coming out and trying to stand with Daly for the most part. I mean, he had a couple single legs that he went in on, which were pretty half-assed in my opinion. But I thought on the feet Kampman is a pretty technical striker, so he likes to throw a lot of 1-2s and leg kicks and kind of circle away. But like you said, after he threw those combinations, he would just set his feet, and Daly had all day to throw the left hook, which I think was the punch that ended the fight pretty much. Daly landed so many left hooks in that fight, it was ridiculous, and it was just because Kampman would stay still after he threw a combination or, fake through a shot.
You can't let a guy like Daly, that primarily the way that if anyone's watched him, fight Cage Rage or in the other organizations he's fought, he does the best when he's able to set his feet. And Kampman gave him all day to set his feet. I mean, you cannot allow a guy that primarily likes to box to do that, and that's exactly what he let him do. I mean, there's nothing else you can really say about it. There was no inside leg kicks. Kampman did not try to utilize that, which I thought he would try to do, but I digress.
Was it a bad stoppage in your opinion? Even though Daly was on his way, it seemed to be for the TKO. It seemed like he was landing the better shots. Was it a bad stoppage by Yves Levine?
It's a questionable stoppage. I mean, was it early? I mean, you can always. Here's the thing with bad stoppages, and it's something that no matter what you do or what you say, you're always going to have one side that's going to argue the one point, and one side that's going to argue the other. I think you can argue either way that it was either good or bad. I think the fight eventually, at some point, whether it was stopped then or later, Kampman was in serious trouble, and he probably would have gotten knocked out. So, I mean, you take your pick. Do you want to see the guy possibly get seriously hurt, which, I mean, could have happened. We don't know. Hindsight's 2020. Or does the guy, just take, a limited amount of punishment and, the fight gets stopped kind of early. So, I mean, I think it's a 50-50 argument. You go either way on it,
Right. All right, I'm going to do the Dos Santos Crow Cop thing, and then the Vitor Belfort thing, and then I'll call you back.
Alright, well, I can just say real quick, since the camera's rolling, I guess you're going to have to do this in two parts, but Crow Cop, I totally expected that Crow Cop would not come in 100%, but this was beyond even that. I mean, there was no, like, his game plan was, good God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree with you totally. That was that was a horrible fight on both guys' ends. So I'll go into that on my review. So I'll hit you up on Skype or on the phone after I'm done.
Alright, I'll call you back in about 10 minutes.
All right, dude. Later.